ಹಾಯ್, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ಲಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ. ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಪೆಟ್ ಸೆಂಚುರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದು ಕನಕಪುರ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಸೊ ತುಂಬ ರಿವ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನು ರೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದಾರಂತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಅಥರ್ವ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅಥರ್ವ, ಚಿನ್ನು, ಪ್ರಾಣಿ, ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಪೆಟ್ ಲವರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದಂಥ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇದು. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅನ್ನೋ ಹೋಪ್ಸ್ ನಮಗಿದೆ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಕನಕಪುರ ರೋಡ್ ಹೋಗೋ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸೋಮನಹಳ್ಳಿ ಗೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸೋಮನಹಳ್ಳಿ ಗೇಟಿಂದ ನಾವು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ ನಂತರ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ 4 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಪೆಟ್ ಸೆಂಚುರಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಬಂದುಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನು 3 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಇದೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟ್ಯಾಗ್ಲೈನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೋಡೋಣ ಏನು ಯಾವ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ.
These following sections, make sure that you visit every section. Educators are already stationed there, ready to assist you with anything that you need. Okay? All you have to do is, based on your convenience, look around, walk around the whole area. Whichever animal grabs your attention, go seek the educators' assistance. They will guide you through how to interact. If touching, feeding is allowed, they would assist you in that regard as well. Okay? If you hear our educators say bum bidi bum bum, that means that animal interaction is going to start soon. So keep your ears open for that. Somewhere or the other you will hear somebody say bum bidi bum bum. So grab, go that direction. Okay. The birds and the rodent section, they function in intervals of around 15 to 20 minutes because the session runs that long, and it will be written on the chalkboard outside the section when the next session is. If you see that it has already started and it's full, don't join midway. You will miss out on interacting with animals. Okay. You can finish the rest of the sections and come back to it when the time is right. Sure. Sounds good? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. May I know your name?
My name is Emily.
Thank you.
This is Akshay.
What is this called?
It's called a terrapin.
Native to tortoise.
No, a tortoise. You'll see a tortoise over there.
Okay.
They look quite different.
What's the difference here?
So a tortoise is a land animal. These guys swim in water and in land. Okay. Tortoises can swim in water, and turtles, on the other hand, they only live in water. Yeah, so this is a mix. That's why it's called a terrapin. Okay, I need all of you guys to step away from this enclosure. She bites sometimes. Okay.
Terrapin. Terrapin. ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಉಳ್ಳ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಏನಮ್ಮ ಅದು? ಅದು ಏನು? ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್.
Guys, please don't try touching her. Don't touch her.
ತಿನ್ಸು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ತಿನ್ಸು, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ತಿನ್ಸು. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಅದು ತಿನ್ಸು. ಪಾಪಾ ಡಾಂಕಿ ಅವು. ಏನು ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ತೋರ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿರೋದು ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷ ತಳಿಯ ಗೋಟ್ಸ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಅವೇ ಆಫ್ರಿಕನ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮಿ ಗೋಟ್ಸ್. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಗೋಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇವುಗಳ ಕಾಲುಗಳು ಸಣ್ಣ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಿವಿಗಳು ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಎತ್ತರನೂ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. African goat. African goat. What is that?
Goat. Touch. Hey.
ನಾನು ಮುಟ್ಲಾ? ನಾನು ಮುಟ್ದೆ.
ಏನಿದು?
ಅದು ಏನು ಹೇಳು? ಇದು ಏನು ಹೇಳು ನೀನು? ಹೇಳು, ಏನದು?
ಗೋಟ್. ಸ್ಕೂಟಿ ಹೇಳು. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಬೇಗಿ? ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕದು?
ಏನ್ ತಿನ್ನಕತ್ತಮ್ಮ ಅದು? ಗ್ರಾಸ್.
ಗ್ರಾಸ್.
ಗ್ರಾಸ್. ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ತಿನ್ನಕತ್ತೈತಿ.
ಬೇಬಿ ಗೋಟ್.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿಲಿ, ಬೇಬಿ ಗೋಟ್.
ಬೇಬಿ. ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಬ್ರೀಡ್ ಇದು. ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಬ್ರೀಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಯ್ಲಿ. ಬಾಯ್ಲಿ. ಈ ಬೇಬಿ ಗೋಟಿಗೆ ಪಾಪ ಬೇಬಿ ಗೋಟಿದು ಪಾಪ ಬೇಬಿ ಇದು ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಬೇಬಿ.
ಗೈಸ್, ನೀವು ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡ್ತಿರೋದು ರ್ಯಾಟ್ ತರನೇ ಕಾಣುವ ಅದರದೇ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿರುವ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ಚರ್ಬವ್ವ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಇದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವು ನಿಶಾಚರಿ ಜೀವಿಗಳು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಾತ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಓಡಾಡೋ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು.
Cool animal we have here is a guinea pig. So these are very fascinating animals. They are native to South America. These are completely herbivorous rodents. They mostly feed on leaves and grass. And if you can observe the eyes, they don't blink often like we or other animals do. They blink in once in 2 or 3 minutes, and they can also sleep with their eyes open. Yeah. So and these are, if you can observe them, they don't have a tail. The sad thing is, they're being used as lab rats. All your cosmetic products, medicines and vaccines is first tested on them before it comes to market. So the reason is, these are mammals, they're similar to humans. And one more thing, their skin and fur is also almost similar to human skin and hair. It matches up to with 90%.
ಇದೇ ನೋಡಿ ಗಿನಿ ಪಿಗ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾಲ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋ ಕಾಸ್ಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಇವುಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಯೇ ನಂತರ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ಗೆ ಬರೋದು. ನಾವೀಗ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಇಗ್ವಾನಾ. ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಪೆಟ್ ಸೆಂಚುರಿಯವರು ಒಂದು ಸೂಪರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಯೂಟಾಗಿ ಹೆಸರಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ಐವನ್. ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಭಯಂಕರವಾಗಿದ್ರು ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಪೆಟ್ ಸೆಂಚುರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಅಂತೆ. ಇವುಗಳ ಮೇಲಿರೋ ಮುಳ್ಳುಗಳನ್ನ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಇವಕ್ಕೆ ಸೂಡೋ ಸ್ಪೈಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಫೇಕ್ ಮುಳ್ಳುಗಳು. ಈ ಮುಳ್ಳುಗಳು ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಡೇಂಜರಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಂಡ್ರೂ ಇವು ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಪೆಟ್ ಸೆಂಚುರಿಯವರು ಇವುಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಇದು ತನ್ನ ಕತ್ತನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಇದು ತನ್ನ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತೆ. ಶಿವನಿಗೆ 3ನೇ ಕಣ್ಣು ಇರೋದು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಆದರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗೆ 3ನೇ ಕಣ್ಣು ಇರೋದು ಕೇಳಿದೀರಾ? ಹೌದು, ಅದು ಐವನ್ಗೆ ಇದೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಐವನ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಶ್ಯಾಡೋಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನಿಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಪಿಂಕ್ ಕಲರ್ದು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಐವನ್ನ 3ನೇ ಕಣ್ಣು. ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಉಗುರು ಹೇಗಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೂಪಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲಾಸು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಗ್ರಿಪ್ ಸಿಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಈ ಥರ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಒಂಥರ ಸ್ಕೇಲಿ ಬಾಡಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ನಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟಾಗಿ ಹರ್ಬಿವರಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ.
ಎಸ್, ಬಂತು ನೋಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುದ್ದಾದ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ರ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್. ಈ ರ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಂಡಾಗ ಅದರ 2 ಕಿವಿಗಳಿಂದ ಎತ್ತು ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಪೂರ ಭಾರ ಅದರ ಬೆನ್ನೆಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದರ ಪ್ರಾಣಕ್ಕೆ ಕುತ್ತು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮುದ್ದಾಗಿ ಮಗುವಿನ ಥರ ಎತ್ಕೋಬೇಕು.
The heart rate is 170 to 180.
ಇದರ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್ 172, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಿವರಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಇದು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಶಿವರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಹೀಗೆ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
What's the name of this? Is there any name?
If he doesn't have a name, you can suggest one if you have. Suggest a name? One second.
ಯೂಶಲಿ ನಾವು ಬಗೆ ಬಗೆಯ ಫಿಶ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಅಕ್ವೇರಿಯಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ತೋರ್ಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿರೋ ಫಿಶ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಬ್ಯಾಬ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದರ ಹೆಸರು ಆರ್ಚರಿ ಫಿಶ್. ಹೇಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಬಿಲ್ಲುಗಾರ ತನ್ನ ಬಾಣವನ್ನು ಗುರಿಯಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಡಿತಾನೋ, ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಮೀನುಗಳು ಕೂಡ ತಮ್ಮ ಆಹಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಕುಳಿತಿರೋ ಕೀಟಗಳಿಗೆ ಗುರಿಯಿಟ್ಟು ನೀರನ್ನು ಚಿಮುಕಿಸುತ್ತವೆ. ಅವುಗಳು ಜಾರಿ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇವುಗಳ ಆಹಾರವಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
This is called larvae. Anyone hungry?
No.
You guys can keep your eye on the wall.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಲ್ಲಿ.
Water. Oh yeah, water.
Let's quickly last time. In wild, they can spit up to 6-7 feet.
Yeah, this is called as a bearded dragon. Okay, if you look at their chin, can you see the spikes that they've got? Can you see that chin? So these guys use that as a defense mechanism. What they do is they puff up their chin and it turns black in color. It will just look like a beard. That's how they try to protect themselves. Okay, they are from Australia. They are omnivorous. They eat insects, worms, fruits and vegetables, and these are the young ones. They can eat around 8 to 10 cockroaches in one day. But we have the bigger ones. They eat about 20 to 25 of them. Okay, these are very calm and friendly animals. They are kept as pets. So the kids buy to him.
ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಮೊಸಳೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಆದರೆ ಇದು ಸಾವನ್ನಾ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಲಿಜಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವುಗಳನ್ನು ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಇವುಗಳು ಮಾಂಸಾಹಾರಿಗಳು. ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳನ್ನು, ಕೀಟಗಳನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಹಕ್ಕಿಗಳ ಮೊಟ್ಟೆಗಳನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಆಹಾರವಾಗಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತವೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಂಗತಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಇವುಗಳ ಅಚ್ಚುಮೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಆಹಾರ ಕಾಕ್ರೋಚ್ಗಳು. ಎಸ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ಹರ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ ರೈಟ್. ಇವುಗಳು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 70 ಕಾಕ್ರೋಚ್ಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಂದು ತೆಗುತ್ತವೆ. ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಆಮೆ. ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ದೈತ್ಯಾಕಾರದಂತ ಇದ್ರೂ ಇದರ ವಯಸ್ಸು ಬರೀ 10 ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತೆ. ಇದು ಸುಮಾರು 150ರಿಂದ 200 ವರ್ಷ ಬದುಕಬಹುದು ಅಂತೆ. ಇದು ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಸಸ್ಯಾಹಾರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದು ಕ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಸ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಅಲೋವೆರಾ ಇದರ ಫೇವರೆಟ್ ಫುಡ್ಡು. ಹಾಗೆ ಇದರ ಹೆಸರು ಸನ್ಶೈನ್.
So an ostrich will be way taller, let's say this tall, and won't have any feathers on the neck. Okay. So they will have a completely bald neck and also more like a pinkish color. And also when you see the 3 toes, they have 3 toes, and ostrich will only have 2. And an ostrich is native to Africa, and emus are native to Australia.
ಮುಟ್ಟಮ್ಮ, ಏನಾಗಲ್ಲ.
The language, they communicate.
So they understand human language.
No, they're communicating for their
Some sort of.
Oh, what's the name?
We don't name every dog, one of them. So we have in total 11 emus. Will be hard to name them first, and second will hard to remember them. Because they look kind of similar. I'm working now here for 4 months and still not know which one is the cool one, which one is not. So it's hard to differentiate them.
Is there any difference between male and a female?
No, not
The same one.
So yes, in the size of the body, females will be a bit smaller and males a bit larger, but you cannot generally say which one is a male, which one is a female.
What do they eat usually?
So usually they will eat a lot of grass, flowers, leaves, seeds, but also eat smaller insects.
Completely herbivores.
Omnivores. When they can eat an insect, when they have the chances, they will eat it.
Hey.
ನೋಡಿ, ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಚ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಎಮು. ಓಕೆ. ಇದು ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಮ್ನಿವರಸ್ ಬರ್ಡು. ಬೀಜಗಳು, ಹೂಗಳು, ಹಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಹಾಗೆ ಕೀಟಗಳನ್ನು ಇದು ತಿನ್ನುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ಆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಚ್ಗೂ ಎಮ್ಮಿಗೂ ಇರೋ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಇದು ಲಿಮ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಚ್ ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಲಿಮ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ, ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾಗಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇದೇ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಚ್. ಏನು ಮಾಡಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ ಬಂದೇದಿ. ಬ್ಯಾರಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, 3 ಬ್ಲೂ ಬ್ಯಾರಲ್ಸು. ಇದೇನು ಎಂಟಿ ಬ್ಯಾರಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಮಿ ಕಾಂಪೋಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂತಂದರೆ ವರ್ಮ್ಸ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತಾರೆ? ವರ್ಮ್ಸು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಫೀಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ನೋ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್.
So Prani was Sanjeev's dream. Sanjeev Patnekar is our founder, and he founded Prani in around Feb of 2017. That's when he started setting up the place, and it was almost done by September. Then we were open to schools. We were mainly open to schools. This is like an extended classroom for kids. Kids nowadays just write in pen and paper in the school, but this is like an experiential classroom for them, where they'll come, hold animals, touch and feel them, have an extended interaction with the animals. That's what his dream was, and that's when we started. And then after that, when COVID hit, we were shut down because of that. And after that is when we opened to public, because schools stopped coming after COVID. But now we've just started getting our school kids back. We have at least 2 schools visiting us in a day. So it's normal, almost back to track normal.
Actually, I wanted to know how this concept came to him, how this idea came to him.
So he has been working with animals from a very young age. Okay. He's even a herpetologist. He rescues snakes. He rescues different kinds of animals as well. So this had been his dream, to be working with animals always. And then when he saw a lot of kids were scared of animals, like people set a fear in the kids from a very young age, saying, "Don't touch a dog; it will try to bite you. Don't, like, you can just run away from animals." But animals are friendly as well, so we need to have an interaction with them. All the animals that you see here are exotic pet animals, and they also need an interaction with the humans. So it's just like a dog. You keep an animal, you interact with him every day, and he's also happy. You don't interact with him, he would also just feel sad or go into depression.
Okay.
So
and there are certain creatures called as emu and all, emu,
yes,
iguana,
yes,
and all. How
yes.
did you get those? Because usually government will not give a
yes.
permission,
So
right?
people think that these animals are from different countries and how they ended up here.
Yeah.
So these are there in the pet trade industry, and people are keeping them as pets at home. So the iguanas are also kept as pets. And the emus, how they have come here is because at one point of time, people were importing and exporting a lot of emus, and they were consuming the emu meat as well. So that's when they got all these birds, and then at one point of time, the industry dropped. So that's when all these breeders gave away their birds to local dhaba owners or just left them in the farms and locked them up. So that's when we got 3 emus and we've been getting more emus. We recently got 4 more emus and now totally we have about 12 emus.
So you mean to say that only the users who are actually adopting it, they are actually voluntarily they are giving
Yes,
it?
in the
Instead of
recently,
purchasing
so
those.
a person
None
had-
of the pages are purchased.
No, no. Some animals are purchased. So we have our interaction with animals. We love animals, so we have some animals that we've bought for ourselves. But most of them are given away to us. Like you see, all the birds in the aviary, we have not purchased any of them. They were given away to us. People usually buy these birds when they are young, or they would start taking care of them. As they go to work, they realize they're being noisy, and taking care of them gets hectic. And then during COVID, we had a lot of birds coming in because people are moving back to their hometown. So that's when we had most of the birds coming.
I just
Most of
observed
them are
at the
surrendered.
reception counter now.
Yes.
Okay, that some people came with the
they would have come
two
to
lovebirds and
surrender
one
their bird,
dog.
yes.
But they are not allowed to inside.
Yes.
But, how actually measures can be taken to just let them inside? Means I
So-
mean to say that actually, how do you take those
so
things?
in the sense, if you're carrying a dog with you, if you're getting any animal, think of a dog. When you get the animal, he needs to have his vaccination certificate. If he has his vaccination certificate, he can easily walk in because we don't want to spread any disease from inside or outside as well. So that's a precaution you guys have to take care of your animal.
What about the aviary birds like that?
Aviary birds, people carry their birds, but it's stressful for the bird also to just roam around with you always. They need to keep flying or stay in one place. When you're traveling with them, it gets a little stressful for them. But when you get your birds inside here, you can't take them inside to our aviary because we have a lot of birds. And if one bird is carrying any disease or parasites, if it spreads, all our birds would wash out. So that's why we don't allow. And the procedure, if you're surrendering as a bird as well, we don't take it up, we don't just take it away. We'll check your bird, we will see what you were feeding it, the reason why you're giving your bird away. Then we would take the bird, keep it for a month in quarantine. We would not directly introduce it here. We'll keep it for 1 month in observation, treat them if they have any problem, feed them, try to change them to our diet. And then after a month, we would get them to our aviary, keep them in cages so that our birds can interact with them. Then it's a 14 days process. After that, 2 weeks we just observe them. After that is when we release them, so that they gel along with each other and be fine after that.
Can you just approximately tell me how many creatures are there now?
Here in
Total
Prani
overall?
we have around 800 animals. 800, yeah, more than 800 animals.
More than 800
Yes,
animals.
including the birds, the rodents.
How do the actual expenses are getting managed?
I'm actually not sure about the expenses, but we
I need to say that actually
yeah.
how the
It's
food is
getting
being given to them.
Yes. So all of the walk-in tickets that you guys take is our main. That's how we get most of our money getting. So Saturdays and Sundays are our main earning days. Monday to Fridays we have only school kids coming in. So it's completely free on Monday to Fridays. But Saturdays, Sundays is when we earn the most.
Okay, I usually observe that with some of the YouTubers, so that actually for example like iguana.
Yes.
So they tend to they give it to the YouTubers and they just usually walk on the palms and all. But I did not see any of those activities which are run over here.
So
Can you
being
just let
it
me-
a weekend, your visitors on a Sunday, on Sundays we have a lot of people coming in. Giving it to one person on hand is fine, but other people would even ask, and we don't want to get our animals into stress. We would just place them on the log, they are much comfortable there, you can pet them. Or visit us on a weekday when we are completely free, we would surely help you. Because too many people around, animals would get stressed and we don't want to stress them.
Okay. Is there any different fare between weekends and weekdays or a completely
No,
different?
the fare is completely same. It's 400 per head. But weekdays we are not much crowded. It's usually very less
Any
crowded.
discounts will be given for the school kids or the college
School kids, we do have a concession. You can call our Praani number. The dedicated team would be talking to you. And if you're carrying your slip, if you have a slip, if you're carrying for the next time, we give you a 10% discount on it. Because we reuse the same paper.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thanks
Very
for
good. Thank you for coming. Thank you. We would be giving you adoption form. But before that, you have to just see what animal you want to adopt. Depending on the animal, you'll have to build a setup for them. An enclosure is a must. You build an enclosure, send us a picture of that. Once we decide it's final and you can pick up the animal. If the enclosure is perfect, you can come here, fill up an adoption form and take the animal. We will be teaching you how to feed the animal, how to carry them. We'll just give you a half an hour introduction to the animal, how to handle them, how to feed them. But you also have to do a self-study. Study about the animal.
If anybody wants to be a volunteer of your team, so what is the procedure? How
You can volunteer, sir. I guess it's about 18 years to volunteer here. We have a volunteer form. You can volunteer volunteer with us. You can even volunteer when we are giving our animals a bath or just building up an enclosure. We have a lot of volunteer activities. So you can just visit us at the counter, fill up the volunteer form. Our team.
Stay here or
It depends. Some people would want to travel can come
How
in.
you staff will do? They
All of us stay here.
Stay here
Yeah, we are
only.
25 of us. We live in the
Nice.
farm.
Nice.
That's how we wake up to animals in the morning.
for
and-
those, actually, especially in the night time.
Yes.
Animals
When they
also.
want any feeding or
Yes,
something.
yes. Nothing as such in the feeding. If there is any emergency, all of us are always here, including we have a veterinary doctor inside.
Doctor will
Yes,
be there.
yes.
Okay.
We have an in-house doctor also.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Honey. ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ ಬಂಗಾರ? ಓನ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು? ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಪ್ರಾಣಿ. ಯಾವ್ದು ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆ? ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಯಾವ್ದದು? ಎಮು. ಓಕೆ. ರ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಚಂದಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀನು? ಮುಟ್ಟಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಿ. Yes, we enjoyed a lot here. We can spend 2-3 hours nicely with the pets. They are very friendly. Yes, good experience. You can visit.
But one thing I wanted to add on is please don't come in the weekends, especially on Saturday and Sunday, because there will be a lot of crowds and you will not get an opportunity to touch those and feel those animals or birds.
Yes.
Okay, if you come on the weekdays, so we'll be having a plenty of time and less number of people, less crowded, so that actually we can touch, we can feel, and if we can actually even listen to the whatever the guides are saying properly compared to here.
Yes.
If there is a large crowd, obviously animals also will get disturbed, isn't it? So whether it may be animals or birds, so they may also feel uncomfortable and also they may not support us. Okay, so that is why I always recommend you people to come on the weekdays rather than the weekends.
ನಿಮಗೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಷಯ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಂದಾಯಿತು. ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ಬಾಲ್ಸನ್ನು ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಆದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳ ಬಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ತನ್ನನ್ನು ತಾನು ರಕ್ಷಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾಲ್ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸುತ್ತುಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಹೆಡ್ ಜಾಗ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಪಾರ್ಕ್ಯುಪೈನ್ ಥರ ಕಂಡ್ರು ಇದನ್ನು ಪಾರ್ಕ್ಯುಪೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸಬಾರ್ದು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ಯುಪೈನ್ ಬೆಕ್ಕಿನ ಸೈಜಷ್ಟು ಬೆಳೆದ್ರೆ ಹೆಡ್ ಜಾಗ್ ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದು ಪುಟ್ಟು ಬಾಲ್ ಸೈಜ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಒಂದು ಲೈಕ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ನಮಗಿಲ್ಲ ಆದರೂ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಲೈಕ್ ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾದ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ತರೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಯಾರಿನ್ನೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಹಾಗೆ ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕಾನ್ ಕೂಡ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಫಾರ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್.